Hey everyone, I'm Pokey Chloe.
And I'm Pokey Dean.
And welcome back to the Pokey Podcast, the #1 podcast for the collectors. It's been a few weeks, we have been busy, but we are back and we're ready to talk.
And before we get into today's episode, we actually hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, we did.
We hit 1,000. We've written down notes on what we're going to talk about, and we literally forgot. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers.
So
really appreciate it. We did say there'll be a giveaway, so we'll probably reveal what that is in the next episode.
We'll get something together and we'll tell you guys how to enter and what it will be. Maybe we'll do a couple of items. Just there's a few people that can win.
Definitely.
So, yeah, that'd be good.
So, lots of things to talk about.
There's a lot that's happened.
As Chloe mentioned, we haven't been doing an episode for a couple of weeks, so we got to catch up with everyone.
So I think we can start with Comic-Con. So we went to MCM Comic-Con in London because I know that Birmingham is actually coming up this weekend, I think.
Oh, wow.
So we went to London and it was at the Excel, which is where Pokemon Worlds was held. But it was a completely different experience.
They took up so much space. I didn't realise how
wild.
big it was going to be because Worlds was like 1 or 2 hangars.
Yeah, and I think they used one of the bigger ones, but MCM used all of the big
everything that was at disposal.
We didn't even get down to half of it as well, which was crazy. Because we were there working really in the morning. We then had the afternoon to kind of go off and explore. And I feel like by the time we did a few bits we wanted to do, that was it.
The day
was
time
done. To go home.
Literally.
So yeah, that was really good. That was my first ever Comic-Con, and the outfits were insane. Like the effort that people go to, the Pennywise was
mad.
That was so good.
And that other thing that was like, I don't know what it was.
The Spirit Walker thing,
it was crazy.
Oh, so good. It was so good.
But like Chloe was saying, there was so many people dressed up, and it was my first Comic-Con as well. And I've always seen pictures like on social media and stuff like that, and it looks like an amazing event. And to actually go, it was really good. We got to see some incredible outfits, some incredible people. And I was genuinely surprised of how much Pokemon product was there.
There was loads.
Because I genuinely thought it was just kind of people that go for mainly either like anime, films, like comics and art and stuff like that.
Yeah, which kind of makes a bit more sense with the whole cosplaying side of things. But there were a few sort of what would you call them, retailers that we know of, and a few other people who are normally at some of the other card shows we go to. But there was endless amounts. So and you think how busy Comic-Con was. I don't feel like we went up to a stall and there were gaps where things had been. People were just plugging it, like literally refilling the shelves. There were binders, boxes, Charizard UPCs, which we even managed to pick up. Literally everything. I even bought some of the Wise Pixar boxes.
Yeah.
And they had the Marvel boxes. They had the Star Wars ones. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I've never seen Star Wars. Don't kill me.
Comment section, attack.
So I didn't buy any of those, but I did buy some of the Pixar boxes. They had everything. Even some stands had plushies, Funko Pops. Got myself a couple of Funkos.
Yeah.
There was that horror stand that actually had that Mike Myers.
Oh yeah, it did, didn't it? Yeah. That was
speaks,
sick.
By the way.
Yeah, that was creepy.
But yeah, and then we found that retro gaming stand that had like the GameCube, all the old consoles, all the games, all the controllers. There was just everything. Like it was endless. And we actually both picked up quite a lot of, you got a lot of singles, didn't you?
So I was genuinely, like I said, was really surprised that there was so much stuff, and it was really refreshing to see. Obviously we've been to a few card shows this year, and we've seen like the same type of people, which isn't a bad thing at all, but you obviously see kind of the same stuff. And at Comic-Con it was really refreshing because it was just people that I've never seen before, and they had completely different types of either Pokemon product or cards, and as you mentioned, binders. And it was really fun to look through all these people's stuff, and we even both picked up a lot of stuff.
We did.
We picked up a lot of singles because there's just cards I haven't seen for a long time. I mean, there was like EX full arts from the XY era, black and white era as well. There was just some beautiful cards. So we probably spent a lot more than we were actually anticipating to do. But it was really cool.
It's all good.
Yeah, it was really cool. So really nice to see some really nice selections. And the retro thing was awesome as well because there was like old consoles. You had like the GameCube. We were like reminiscing on like
GameCube.
the stuff we were playing, which was sick. So really cool to pick up all that kind of stuff. And actually, we'll probably talk about why we picked up some of the singles a little bit later on the episode. But
so basically, the Comic-Con was the Friday, and even though it was running all weekend, we could only attend on the Friday because on the Saturday we went to a card show in London, not far from both of us, really.
No,
it's
like
kind of like
half an hour.
Middle point, so we spent the whole day there. We were there all day for the main card show, and then they had a trade night in the evening, which I believe was sponsored by PSA this time.
Yeah, it was.
So we ended up as always, I don't know how we managed to spend the entire day, because again, it's a lot of the same people that we see before, but I feel like there was more Pokemon this time around, actually.
I think each year has got more Pokemon.
More like binders, like, because basically there was a point. So talking about how busy Comic-Con was, you could walk up to most stands and you could get to it. Maybe it was one person deep at times. At the card show, there were 3 people deep at a lot of these stands. You'd be waiting half hour, and then by the time we did get to some of them, the binders were empty. People were raiding the binders.
They were going very quickly.
And there was lots available. There was lots of modern, lots of vintage as always, lots of people with slabs, boxes. I picked up some singles, got some WWE as always.
I was about to say, pick that up.
I can't not. What else? What did you get from
I got a lot of singles again.
Yeah.
And we were trying to pick up some. I actually got a UPC. Shout out to Breezy.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Breezy got me a UPC, which was really kind of him. And then singles, as like you said, there were slabs as well, some really nice slabs. And I think the sports people were even saying to us, like, they should have bought their Pokemon stuff.
Oh yeah, I think they were like a little bit.
They were like, I didn't realize it was gonna sell so quickly. So, and I finally got to meet Nick Frost as well.
Yeah, shout out to Nick. It was great to see you again.
It was finally nice, because I missed out last time.
Yeah, I think you were just arriving when he was leaving last time. But yeah, we got to see lots of people that watched the channel that like we hadn't met before. A lot of people that we do see regularly at a lot of the events that happen now. So it's just really nice. Like, it's a fun day out. And then we went for dinner, came back for the trade night, and myself and the butler actually did a really big trade. Ended up with a couple of gold stars, PSA 10 gold stars, which was really cool.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know. Well. That was not expected.
I was walking around doing some wheeling and dealing for the first time. I was literally trying to buy up a load of Radiant, like Charizards and Blastoise and Venusaurs. So I just really like them. And I came back and you're like, yeah, I've got some Gold Star Espeons and Umbreons. I was like, sorry, what have I missed? Like, how did that even come about?
So that was a trade for slabs for booster boxes, and we ended up bringing some booster boxes with us. That the thing is, at these events, if you don't bring it, you don't know what might happen. So we bought some boxes. We had loads of packs as well, and it just ended up being a combination of those. Ended up working out the person who wanted to trade the slabs away as well. I think they'd had them for a little while, and we were happy to take them for the deal that we got. So it was a really good deal. So yeah, that happened. I actually opened my Charizard UPC that night at the trade night, but I didn't open the packs inside. I only opened it, pulled the promos out, and then I think I got distracted and started walking around trying to work, because we ended up doing some pack battles as well.
Oh yeah. So like, as you mentioned, there was a lot of people that we got to see who watch our videos.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Ian, who flew all the way from Northern Ireland.
Oh my goodness,
which is crazy.
I know.
There was someone we met who was from New York, who was friends with
Nick. He was friends with our friend Laura.
Yeah.
He came because there was I was about to say what we were going to talk about with the singles there, but I didn't want to say it. We'll come on to that in a second. But lots of people flew over from America. There was actually a fairly big sports guy from America.
The influencer.
So he was there buying and selling and doing all sorts as well. So I feel like this one was like another step up, bringing in more like international custom. To be fair, the first one I went to in London, I remember standing in the queue and hearing people in front of me that had come from Scotland and people behind me that had come down from like Liverpool and Manchester.
Really?
So it was obviously enough to bring people out the way.
Yeah.
But obviously there's more things have started popping up all over now.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more rising.
Some are more prominent and bigger, I would say.
Yeah.
So obviously you might get more out of going.
Well,
to
I
some
think
big
just
ones.
like obviously London Card Show has been it's the 6th one.
Yeah, because I didn't go to the first one because I was away. And that's the one you went to, and then I've been to them all since now. So
yeah, but it was good fun. Like you said, we had some pack battles. Shout out to Jake and Artie.
Yeah.
They were really, really cool, and other people as well. So thank you to everyone who gave us a pack battle. And yeah, just really enjoyed the night. It goes so quickly, doesn't it?
It does. I feel like we got there, I think I was there 10:30 in the morning. And bear in mind, the show itself runs for the whole day till about, I think it ran till 4:30 because there was the fire alarm.
Oh yeah.
So they extended it. Unfortunately, there was a bit of I think there was an electrical fire somewhere in the building. So we had to evacuate. We walked down the road, and by the time we came back, we were all allowed back in. So they extended the show till like 4:30, and then I think the trade night was 6 till 9. But I'm not joking, you blinked and it was over. Night. Yeah. But yeah, it was a really good day as always. Picked up some really good things. Got to see lots of people.
What was your purchase you were happy with the most?
On the day,
over the weekend.
Over the weekend. Okay,
yeah.
My WWE boxes, because these events are the only time I ever pick them up. I know I can order them online, but I like to just like have a look at what I'm buying first because I'm still learning a lot. I got some cool Funko Pops as well.
Oh yeah, so which one?
Yeah.
Are they...
Not here. No, I've got the Halloween.
Did you get Mike Myers?
I got, so basically.
Oh, you got.
Do you know what? I went on a mad one. Okay, so basically on the Thursday before Comic-Con,
yep.
I just popped out for the day. I had to do a bit of shopping, pick a few things up, and I found this new store in the town where I live.
Yeah.
And it's called HMV, but it's not like the old HMV. It's like a vintage HMV.
I think I've seen the
it's
one
like
in London.
HMV something. It's got like another, Anyway, I walked in and I was like, heaven. And I could see a Funko wall at the back of the store, and I was like, drawn straight in. So I managed to get the little Halloween Michael Myers, and then I also got the Pennywise one of the. I just noticed I got the old pumpkin on the back. And the price on the back, in case you wondered how much I paid for it. So I bought that, and then at Comic-Con, I bought Chucky Child's Play 2 Funko, and then I bought the normal Pennywise to go with my Halloween Pennywise.
Didn't they have the one with the house?
Oh, so one stand had the Mike Myers with Michael's house on it, but I think I looked online, and I think on eBay, it was a little bit more expensive than what I could have got it online for. So I need to order that still. That's just reminding me.
Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, that one is huge, because you can get them big Funko Pops, can't you?
They're like a whole scene of like whatever it is they're related to. But so I went on a bit of a Funko Pop spree before the show. So I've had a great.
You've had a good weekend. You've had a good weekend. Mine, I was trying to. I kept seeing like old Game Boy games and like Nintendo 64 games, and I was like,
I wish I bought that GameCube. But the butler convinced me that he has a GameCube somewhere. We had to find it. So I think he might have been lying to me just so I didn't buy it.
Do you know what? I'll let you into a little secret. I had 2 GameCubes because I didn't realise that they were just different colours. I had a purple and a black one, and I thought that they were different. And when I was a kid, I had 2 GameCubes that were just different colours. So
I mean, I had 2, but because I had one and my brother had one.
That is top marketing at its finest.
Oh my goodness!
Shout out to Nintendo.
I love that.
But there was loads of games and stuff like that. We picked up some cool cards. I'm trying to think like what was my best purchase. I really did enjoy going through someone's binders who had a lot of EX cards. I bought like a Glaceon. There was a like Rayquaza, I think, as well. Just some really nice full arts that I haven't actually been able to get my hands on before. So,
there was some really cool bits.
Really nice. Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing something with those in the future.
Yeah. So that was the Saturday, and then we still haven't finished the weekend yet because the Sunday and the Monday, it was Halloween on the Monday. I did my Halloween box break on the Sunday, and then you did yours on Halloween on the Monday.
Yeah.
So the whole weekend from start to finish was kind of just like, by Tuesday, I was like, I'm done.
KO'd.
I need a week off. So I did first edition Neo Rev on the Sunday, and it was really great. Had a great time. With the box that I opened, if you watched the stream, you'll know the hollows, unfortunately, were quite severely damaged, is the best way I can describe it. A lot of them were, well, not a lot of them. There were a few that were actually missing the hollow on the card.
I saw
it's
that.
Almost like it was missing a sheet, I think, because on the back of the cards as well, you could see it when I showed it on the camera, but they were really scratched, but like in horizontal lines, like clumps, as it almost looks like they got stuck in the printer and spat out. But I think they were actually missing a sheet on the card. So it made the card, it wasn't shiny on the back. It was like matte and scratched. It didn't have
that glossy finish.
Yeah, it was really weird. And when we pulled the first hollow, I was like, maybe it's just a blip, like, but unfortunately it was the whole box. But we did get the Shining Magikarp and the Shining Gyarados.
That's twice as well.
So I did the unlimited box last Halloween, and again we got the Carp and the Gyarados, which was really, really good. It was a really good box break overall. Everyone really enjoyed it. And then on the Monday, you did your box break.
So I did first edition Team Rocket. Never done that before on my channel, which was so much fun. When did I get that in? Like April. I've been holding on that box for a couple of months, and I've just had it behind me, and I'm like, I want to open this so badly. And in my opinion, Team Rocket and everyone in the chat, it seemed to go down really well. Everyone was loving the artwork, the cards. I feel like with Team Rocket, it's one of those sets that even if you don't pull anything massive, you come out with something good. A lot of people were getting cards, like the Dark Evolutions. You got the starters in Squirtle, Charmander as well, the Charmeleon.
Yeah.
We pulled the non-holo Charizard.
Nice.
We didn't get the holo, unfortunately, but we did get the holo first edition Dragonite, which is a stunning card.
Yeah, great card.
Shout out to Nick as well, because we pulled it for him. It's like a sensational card. But we also dressed up.
We did.
We dressed up. So Chloe was the Joker.
Yeah.
You went full force.
Everyone said I looked like
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy and a crazy mermaid, but I was going for the Joker. So
just a graffiti mermaid.
Yeah, literally. And then you.
I don't even know what my name was. It was the Masked Man. I literally threw something together. I was saying for about 2 weeks on chat, what should I go with? And people were giving good suggestions, but I never stuck with anything.
You never actioned it.
And then it came down to the last minute, as I'm sure many people have experienced before in the past. You have to throw something together.
You did a good job, though.
Yeah, I tried.
The start of your stream was like 10 out of 10.
I tried to do something interesting, but then it got to a point when I was like, I'm really hot.
I can't breathe.
I don't know what else to do now, so I'm going to take the mask off. And then we got into the break, and it was good fun. So, yeah, very much looking forward to our next vintage box break. Because we actually have planned...
We do.
Something big.
So there's a couple of things coming up. So you've actually got a box break coming up that you've spoken about before.
Yeah.
And that was a box that you picked up. How long ago? Was that a couple of months ago now? That was after Cardiff.
That was literally September.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, September.
This year is like flying by. And then we're going to be doing some exciting stuff related to a new... It's not a new project. It's just a new
thing.
A new thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
Should we tell everyone?
I think we should.
Yeah.
I think we do it.
We were talking about how we were picking up lots of singles and slabs and things like that at the shows. And that is because we are officially partnering with Whatnot, who are launching here in the UK, which is super, super exciting. So thanks Whatnot for asking us to be involved. And we're both going to be streaming on the platform.
Yep. We're going to be doing singles, slabs, modern, vintage
giveaways.
Yeah, there's gonna be so much stuff, so we'll probably leave our profiles in the description.
We'll link
Go
it down
drop
below.
us a follow, because as we just mentioned, we're gonna be selling loads of stuff. It's gonna be streams that you don't usually see on YouTube, so we obviously both stream on YouTube,
and we're going to continue
it's not going to affect those streams at all. We're both streaming twice a week on YouTube, and it's going to be live openings, box breaks, how we've been doing it.
Completely the same as what we've been doing. Whatnot is like another outlet for us where we can do things that we haven't been able to do live before, like the singles, like the slabs, and lots of other fun things. And there is a big launch week coming. There's more details on that will be dropping soon, so make sure you're number one following both of us. We'll link it down below, and also just keep an eye on socials, because we'll definitely be putting out some announcements once we can tell you guys what that what's coming up.
Hopefully it's going to be something incredible.
Between now and the end of the year, we've actually got a lot going. So I don't think it's ever going to slow
Silver
down.
Tempest is coming out. We'll probably be doing singles on that. So I know you guys are fiends for getting your master set. So I'm sure we're going to have some cards that you might need. So that's another reason to follow us. But then also we've got the boxes that we've just done. We've got the Neo Genesis booster box.
Can't wait for that.
That we're going to be doing together on my channel. That will be before the end of the year. And then hopefully some more announcements coming very soon, as we just announced. So yeah. Really excited. We've both done a couple streams on Whatnot already.
Yeah, just to sort of
kind of test it and see how we do on it and stuff like that.
Make sure it's all working okay for us and everything.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
very
been
smooth.
really, really good. We've had a great time. I've done a lot of modern singles so far, a couple of little vintage bits, and you've pretty much done the same, haven't you, as well? So yeah, everyone seems to be enjoying it. And like I said, it's just something a little bit different. If you're someone that, like Dean said, some of you guys just love completing your master sets ASAP. You don't really, do the pack openings as much. That's absolutely absolutely fine. You can now, jump in and join us on Whatnot and see what we've both got to offer on there. But yeah, Silver Tempest is coming out next week.
It's coming out next week. We haven't even got down our notes, and we probably should talk about it.
I know, yeah.
Bit.
So maybe we'll talk a little bit about Silver Tempest. So we've known about Silver Tempest for a couple of months now.
Yeah, it was literally announced soon as Lost Origin.
Yeah, I think it got leaked. Like, I feel like things always now get leaked the week before the current news set. It's just a lot to keep up with. So yeah, Silver Tempest is coming out. I'm going to be opening up a case on release day, and it's already sold out. So that tells me people
are hyped for it,
are excited. And we've had a lot of, I'm not even gonna say we've had a lot of leaks on the cards. I've seen the cards in person. Someone at the card show had a binder.
Yeah, I know 2 people who have pulled three people who have pulled the art Lugia already.
Big card in the set, yeah.
Which looks absolutely incredible. It's definitely my chase card. Have you got a chase card?
I would say the Lugia. To be fair though, I haven't. It's hard not to pay attention to the leaks and look into it too much. There's a really nice Blazercon trainer gallery.
Oh yeah.
Really
where
like
she's
that.
like hanging on to the leg. Yeah,
that looks really good. And Rayquaza as well. So I'd like to see a couple of those trainer galleries in person. Might be one of them for me.
I think the unknown alt art.
Oh, people keep saying that.
I think that's going to be a bit of a dark horse. I think it's going to look really nice in person. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's a bit of a boring alt art, but in my opinion, it looks really good.
People are really hyped for the set. It sounds like it's going to be an exciting one. I haven't been as excited. I'm not going to lie. I haven't been as excited about it, kind of because I didn't know really enough what was going to be in there. Obviously, everyone was just saying Lugia, which is really exciting, and the card is great. But to me, that's not enough to carry a whole set.
I think to make it 10 out of 10, they needed to do Ho-Oh alt art alongside it. I think that would have got me really hyped for it. But I am very excited. I think the trainer galleries, the cards in that trainer gallery looks really good. And then obviously we actually have just found out information of the next set, the final set of Sword and Shield coming out in January of 2023.
It's going to be a holiday set.
Yep, which we'll probably touch on more in the next episode.
Yeah.
Just because we can make a whole episode around it. There's some really nice stuff that's been announced with that. It's called Crown Zenith. If you want to check it out, I've actually done a video on my channel, but just YouTube it. There'll be some videos out there. But we're going to talk about it more in the next episode. But yeah, Silver Tempest coming out. Hopefully, it's going to be an absolutely incredible set.
I'm sure
super excited.
Yeah.
And what else have we got along the horizon?
So, sort of going into the start of next year, we've actually got quite a lot of travel plans coming up.
Yeah.
So we are planning on going to America in February.
Yep.
Road trip.
Road trip 3. Road trip 3. We're getting a movie trilogy going.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait because they're always really fun. Something always happens. So yeah, that's going to be fun. We're going to LA and we're going to Philadelphia as always, our second home. But we might end up. We're not actually sure.
Who knows what we're?
Yeah, who knows what we're actually doing?
What are we in November? November, December, January. We've got 4 months for something to pop up, which we'll probably do.
Yeah. So this one is there's going to be a couple of like commitments we've got to sort. There's things we've got to do basically on this trip. This is one of the big reasons we're going. We've got to think a couple of things to drop.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Right. Okay.
Do we have
Dean's
commitments?
Not even with us on this one. We'll probably be seeing Whatnot at their headquarters in LA. And then we're doing something.
Want us there.
If they want us, if they're not sick of us. And then we'll be meeting up with some people that we know that we don't get to see very often, dropping something special off somewhere, which maybe we'll tell you a bit more about closer to the time.
I'm with you now. I know we're right.
Yeah, he's fully regained it. And then we'll just be doing our normal going out, trying to explore, see what we can find. But that's probably just going to be one of many trips that we do, especially to the US next year as well.
Yeah, we definitely plan to do a lot.
We want to go to more of the shows in the States.
Well, now we've done a Comic-Con in the UK.
We'd like to be able to experience everything that goes on over where a lot of you guys who actually watch the channel are. So again, like I said, February we've actually got a few bits to do, so that probably will be more based around that and seeing a couple of people. But then we'll probably be back the month after, or a couple of months after that. We're also planning to go to Japan in August.
I
feel like that's going to be a stressful trip.
I actually have a feeling it's going to be hard to get tickets for.
I think we just go. We just stand outside. Just with our selfie stick. We're here.
I'm going to have to try and learn Japanese.
We can't get in, but we're here.
It's going to be difficult.
If that comes to plan and ends up working out, which we hope it does, obviously we don't know what will happen between now and then, that'll be great. So yeah, Japan and the US are kind of the main things at the moment. A couple of people said to me there's a lot going on in Europe as well, But I think we've just got to try and plan the year out strategically. We won't be able to make it to everything.
There's a lot of things happening even in the UK. A lot of, as we kind of brushed upon at the beginning of this episode, there's a lot of shows popping up at the moment. And it's I feel like it's going to get to a point where it's difficult to attend to every single one of them. So it will be picking out which ones we can either go to or kind of work with the schedule and stuff like that. So if you ever are trying to go to an event that we're going to, or you want to know what event we are going to, just look out, like Chloe said, on our socials. We'll probably announce to any shows we go to. But if you're near one that's happening, definitely check it out.
And also let us know as well what it's like. Because
obviously
there'll be things that we miss and don't get to see if they're not as local to us. So lots of shows next year, lots of traveling, which I'm looking forward. I feel like we need another trip. I feel like I'm ready. It's been too long. It has been too long. When was it? July? It was June.
June?
It was so long ago.
Was it June?
Yeah.
I was in I was in LA in June.
End of June.
Oh my
goodness. It was
goodness.
end of June.
I don't know if my body can handle it.
Well, yeah, you went even crazier. We went away in April. You were then in LA, and then we went away again. It was all kind of a bit last minute. And we were going to put it off and go like August, but then we knew we had Worlds on, and then we ended up going to Cardiff in September, and then we've been doing Comic-Con. It's a good job we didn't put it off, because we would have never been able to squeeze it back in.
Literally.
But yeah, I am so ready for another trip. Like, I
feel like they're the best trips. They are the best trips. They are hands down the best trips.
We have the best. We found some really cool places as well. Like,
and also, if you are from America and you know any good places, definitely let us know, because we're always excited to kind of find new places and have a little explore and get lost, as we seem to do it in every trip. Literally.
Definitely. So yeah, that should be really exciting. That we haven't actually booked anything yet. It's meant to be February. That's what we're aiming for. So watch this space. So yeah, and we'll talk about a little bit more maybe in a future episode what we're actually doing on part of that trip. I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah, we've got to hold some content for next episode.
We got to hold some back. So so obviously we've had a little bit of a break just because we've been so busy, but we will try our best to try and stay on top of the schedule. We're definitely plan on doing another live as well soon. It's good to get questions and Q&As with you guys. We're going to do a giveaway for our 1,000
subscribers. We did it. I can't believe it. We said we were going to change the studio. We don't know when that's going to happen.
So we were meant to change the studio like 2 months ago, and a few things happened which meant that we weren't able to move when we thought we were going to. So we're still in my streaming room, which is fine because we got the space.
We've got giant Pikachu here.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that changes every time. What's in the middle there? So again, even in that aspect, there might be some things changing and coming up as well. We've got lots of big plans. We just got to get the ball rolling with them now.
Like a lot of announcements hopefully coming soon. It's just like you said, it's just not at the announcement stage yet. We've got a lot of things we're trying to sort out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be exciting if everything
goes to plan.
Pulls off. It'll be sick. It'll be really, really cool. So
hopefully it does. So yeah, so obviously we've been really busy going to the card shows. Whatnot is the next big announcement and thing for us. We're going to be on there at least once or twice a week as well, so just make sure you're keeping your eye out for that, and because of that I think it means we'll be doing a lot more as well, you know, picking up some bits to be selling on Whatnot, so we'll be able to share all of that with you guys on our channels. Even on this channel maybe we could do a little bit more in real life content as well, if that's what people want to see. Always let us know down below, because we kind of want this to be as appealing for you guys as possible. You know, we can talk about anything.
It's more of a relaxed environment.
Yeah,
you know,
this is the one time we get to just sit here and not worry too much.
Yeah, not have to worry about everything. We can just talk, chill out, speak to you guys. We love reading the comments as well, so always like interact with us, because we love seeing what you guys are talking about. And if you have any suggestions of like stuff you want us to pick up and stuff like that, it's always cool to read and see what you guys are like looking for and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that would be amazing. So I think that's it. I think we've covered everything.
I think that wraps up the video.
We will be back next week. We'll talk a bit more about Crown Zenith, maybe a little bit more about what we're doing when we go away. And as always, if you leave some suggestions as well down below, guys, we're always open to it, and we'll always try and cover everything that we can.
Yep. Well, that's been the #1 podcast, the Pokey Podcast.
The Pokey Podcast.
Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share it out with your friends.
Yes.
And we will see you next time. I'm Pokey Dean.
I'm Pokey Chloe.
And peace.
Good night, guys.